talk about. As I said earlier, we have some very special toasts coming your way, and that time is now. So up first, how about a nice round of applause for the parents of our bride, Teresa and Steve.
Teresa and I would like to thank all of you for being here today. We know many of you traveled a long way, and if you spent any time on the LIE, it was even longer.
One of the things that strikes us tonight is the distance that some of you traveled to be here for Chelsea and Paul. Some of you crossed town, some of you crossed state lines, one guest even crossed the Pacific Ocean. Together in one room reminds us how many lives these two have touched and how deeply they are loved. But regardless of how far you've traveled, the motivation was the same. It was because Chelsea and Paul are special to you, and we're grateful, so grateful to share their day with you.
Yeah. They say that when two people marry, two families come together as well. We feel very fortunate that this marriage has brought Pam and Paul Sr. into our lives. We thank you for raising a son who became a good man, a man we can trust to love our daughter and build a life with her. A life we hope will be filled with good times, good health, laughter, and the glue that holds relationships together, which is laughter. I read it wrong, sorry. We thank you for welcoming Chelsea into your family with open arms.
Steve and I always thought we had a pretty good story. We met in high school when I was in 9th grade and Steve was in 10th, but now to be outdone, along come these two who managed to top us by meeting in 1st grade. Looking back, there may have been some signs that Paul saw something more than friendship long before Chelsea did. We kept hearing in high school how he had a habit of throwing things at her in math class every day. Chelsea apparently found this much less charming than he apparently intended it, and she tried to get the teacher to move her seat. But fortunately for all of us, Paul was more persistent than Chelsea was annoyed. After years of knowing one another and countless hours talking and FaceTiming during the COVID lockdown, their lifelong friendship turned into something more, from 1st grade to forever. Wow. Those who know Chelsea know that she's always been an old soul. Even as a child, she had a remarkable ability to understand people, to care deeply, and most importantly, to know herself and relentlessly pursue her goals. One of the greatest gifts that a parent can receive is seeing their child with someone who truly sees and appreciates their unique qualities.
But enough about Chelsea. What I've admired most about Paul is not only his work ethic, his warm personality, but the close bond he shares with his family. It's the way he loves Chelsea. Here's where I cry. The two of them bring out the best in each other. They challenge one another, they support one another, they celebrate each other's successes. They're just as comfortable spending time with people their own age as they are sitting around the table with their grandparents, their parents, and family friends. Wherever they go, they make people feel welcome.
And that's really all a parent can ask for. Not perfection, not a life without challenges, but a partner who walks beside you through all of it. Someone who helps you become the best version of yourself and whom you love enough to do the same for. So please raise your glasses.
To Chelsea and Paul. There's a little bit more. May your marriage be filled with friendship, laughter, adventure, and love. May you continue to bring out the best in one another bond that began in the first grade lasts a lifetime. Salute, et chin bona, ali.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear one more time for the bride's parents, Lisa and Steve. Now let's keep those hands going and now make some noise for our maid of honor. Let's hear it for Jackie.